Hi everybody. So first and foremost, I want to thank those of you that have been watching these videos. I do with a lot of solely 100% passion and the basically the passion that I have and the excitement that I have as far as what's happened for me and the journey that some of you guys have already started. I want to congratulate you for taking that step for your own health, for taking that step for your own journey to see what happens and the greatness that happens for you. I'm super excited for you guys. And as I think about, all the years that I've kind of been working with people, about 15 years now, working directly with people, I've come to really understand how people work and how human nature works when it comes to making a commitment, which is the title of this, if you would call it, this video or this message I want to share with you. Is basically it takes a commitment. And these are my favorite things you'll come to see as you watch videos that I make and messages that I share with you. These are the types of, this is basically how Gabby sees it through her lenses, through my lenses. Comedians are so awesome because they communicate to you what they see. They communicate their perception, and that's why we laugh so much, because many times it's right on the money of what we're thinking. So 100% of the things and the messages that I share with you, it's going to be based on my perception of things. It's just that's how we all communicate. But I do want to congratulate those of you that have started on your products. I'm super excited to hear how it goes. But for that reason, because I'm excited for you, for that reason I want to share this message with you, because it takes a commitment to get you the results. And so many times, like I shared before, it's not, taking the products is a piece of cake. Buying the products, receiving the products, getting ready to take the products, and then taking the products is a piece of cake. A third grader could do it very, very easily. But what I want to do is I want to help you to take them long term. I want to help you to stay in the game long term, so that you could really see the results that I've had, that my husband has had, results that my family members are having. I'm so excited, and because it's so important to me that you get those results, I want to share with you some more on what it's going to take. So stay with me for a minute. What I want to share with you is, let's say, for example, I'm talking with you at your kitchen table, in your car, at your home, in your couch, in your bedroom, wherever. I want to kind of go over some of the things that I would share with you in that area. As far as commitment is concerned, I just want to show you how much common sense that we all have. But the thing that gets in our way is our "we want it now" mentality is what gets in our way. We are so accustomed to having things so quick, in 2 minutes, 45 seconds, with technology nowadays. But unfortunately, there is no quick fix to our health. There is no, we're going to cheat our way. Typically, when it comes to our health, the hardest way is the best way. The hardest way is the fastest way. But fortunate for us, it's very, very easy to take Plexus. It's our belief system that gets in our way. So I focus a lot on that. It would be an absolute shame for anyone to miss out on the absolutely incredible results that you can get from the Plexus products, simply because of our "we want it now" mentality, or because of our false expectations, our wrong expectations, if you will. So let's get that straight. Let's work together to get that straight, because that's one of the biggest hurdles in anything, is to overcome or to get that expectation right, that view. If you get the right expectations, then your chances are you're going to get further than if you didn't have those. So let's talk about that. If I were to ask you, if we're sitting down together, I would ask you, what was it that you heard about the Plexus products that made you even open to taking the products? What was it that you heard that made you say, "That's it, I'm going to take them"? Was it I want to lose weight? Was it I want to sleep better? I'm a diabetic, I need to get my sugar under control? Was it I need more energy? or your skin, maybe you have some skin issues, acne, or maybe you have, some depression or hormones and you want to get rid of, or you want to get over those feelings, whatever it was, keep that in mind right now. And I would ask you, once you figure out what that is, I would ask you, realistically speaking, how long do you think, given the amount of time that you've felt this way, given the amount of time, let's say you've been a diabetic for 10 years, your sugar's been out of control most of your life. Let's say that you've been overweight for 10 or 15 years or most of your life. Let's say that you've been a sugar junkie 10 years or most of your life. Or you've had, issues with your skin, or you've been suffering with low energy for a long time. I would ask you, realistically speaking, how long do you think it'll take to see results? How long do you think we should give it so that you can see results? Again, it's different for everybody. We all have our own time clock in our body. Everybody's different. Our attention span is different. Some of us are faster learners than others. Some of us have ADD and some of us don't. All of these things play a factor. So how long do you feel we should give it, realistically speaking, so that in order for you to start to see results? Would you say, I don't think anybody would say, well, I'm going to give it 3 days, right? I know Plexus sells trial packs, which I would encourage anybody to try those, right? But I don't think anybody would say, well, I'm going to give it if I don't feel it in those 7 days, it doesn't work. I honestly would never even consider a trial pack. I didn't even consider a trial pack because I know my expectations. I know that nothing good happens in 7 days. We're not even understanding our body yet in 7 days. So we would give it 30 days or 60 days, right? That's kind of reasonable. 90 days would be my bet. You know what? In my mind, I would say, I'm going to give it a good 90 days. That's what I said. And I haven't even reached 90 days yet. But in my mind, I said, you know what? I'm going to give it 90 days because I know that, even if I'm not going to get into that, but because I know that 90 days is very reasonable. Even 30 days. For somebody to say, well, I'm going to give it 30 days, I would never recommend, because in 30 days, first of all, it takes 21 days to make something a habit, right? It takes 21 days to make something a habit. Now, let's say that in the first 30 days, you messed up 3 or 4 days. No one bats 1,000, right? No one is perfect. So you might have said, shoot, I forgot, or I didn't take it, or I forgot this day, or you know what I mean? So it takes 21 days to make something a habit. And if you're only going to give it 30 days, granted, maybe some of those days you weren't consistent. Maybe 15 of those days you didn't drink your water like you're supposed to drink your water. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I would do is say, man, in the first 30 days I didn't do it my best, but I'm going to give it another 30 days. Do you see what I'm saying? I would say 90 days to really let it absorb in your body and let you see what you're feeling. And once you've decided that, once you said, okay, I'm going to give it a good 90 days, I would ask you, here's a very good question. I would write it down if I were you. Write it down. Remember, when we want something so bad, we've got to use everything within our power to make it happen. So I would share with you, write this question down. Whatever your name is, I would say, Gab, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how would I rate my desire to fill in the blank? How would I rate my desire to get more sleep, to get my sugar under control, to lose weight? How would I rate my desire to have more energy, to get rid of these feelings of sadness and get my hormones or what have you, all those feelings under control and start enjoying my life? How? And I would say most people would say it's a 10, right? Most people, would you agree with me? It's a 10. Sadly, some of us would say it's a 5. Trust me, I've been working with people 15 years and I've heard it all. Some people would say, well, it's a 5. And to be honest with you, I think most people would say it's a 5 because we're, again, like I mentioned in the last video, we're afraid to say it's a 10. We are afraid as human beings, unfortunately, to commit. We're afraid to do that verbally, action-wise. We're afraid to let it rip. We're afraid to give it our all because, again, what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't? What if I don't feel anything? And here I told my sister-in-law that I'm excited, and here I told my husband, and here I told my best friend, and I even posted on Facebook, hey, I'm excited, blah, blah, blah. And then see in the back of our head, so unfortunately some people wouldn't even say a 10, but I would feel in their heart it's a 10, right? So, but here's the secret. here's a secret. If you've already purchased your products, I would, and if I had to guess, I would say that it's very important to you. And I'm going to get a little bit serious because I take this to heart. I would say that it is very important to you to have better sleep. I would say, because I know how it is and it drives you crazy and insane not to get a good night's sleep. To try to sleep when your husband is sleeping and you can't sleep, or to get your sugar under control, or to lose that weight that you wanted to lose. If you've already bought your products, it's a 10 for you. It's very important. So do you see why it's so important? If it's important for you, it's very important for me to have a conversation with you, to help you to hang in there, to help you to get your thinking right, our expectation right, so that we're successful. Once we do that, once we've made that decision, the battle is halfway won. This battle is halfway won. The next question I would ask, and I would write it down, a lot of people, when you're going to lose weight, or when you want to buy a house, or you want to have your wedding, we have vision boards. We put pictures on the refrigerator of our wedding, of the new car that we want to buy, the body, or we want our body to look this way. I would put these questions right there, type them out or in your handwriting. The next question I would say is, Gab, is it important enough to me? See, I already said it's a 10, it's important. Now the question is it important enough to me that I'll adjust my day-to-day activity by just a little bit? That I'll tweak my behavior just a little bit? What do we got to do? We got to, in the morning, we're going to get up, focus, we're going to get our drink, 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes to take our drink. We're going to take our little pill thing, and we're going to take our pills as instructed, right? If you take them between breakfast and lunch, or you're going to take them between lunch and dinner, and then at bedtime, whatever, have this. You're going to just pop them. What is that? A total of breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a total of maybe 6 minutes to do that, right? 2 minutes each time. You pull it out, boom, pop them, you're done. So do you see how that commitment is just a blink of an eye of stuff that we have to do? So is it important enough to me that I will adjust my day-to-day behavior just a little bit so that I can attain these results, so that I can get this that I'm so focused on? And once you see, okay, you took your pills, then what you're going to do is you're going to get your mind right. Every day you took your pink drink, you took your pills, and then you're also going to get your expectations right. You're going to get your thinking right. You're going to know, okay, I'm in day 7. Awesome. I'm in day 15. Okay, I'm on 30 days. I'm on 35 days. You haven't even got to 45 days yet, right? It's so amazing to me. I talk to people. People say, how are you doing? How are you doing on your... I don't know, I don't really feel anything. We've already talked about, have you drank your water and all of those, right? And then what I'll say is, hey, but let me ask you a question. How's your sleeping doing? Are you sleeping good? They'll think, you know what, as a matter of fact, you know what, I think I am. I am sleeping good. See, we got to get your thinking right. I kind of want to giggle with affection because I love all of you, right? But, I've done this for so long. I love people. I love it. So I just kind of want to giggle because I want to say you haven't even been taking the products for 45 days. What are you talking about? That's not a commitment, right? That's not a long-term relationship, 45 days, right? So why do you want to write those questions down? Because when it gets difficult, when your thinking gets a little off, notice I say when, not if. It's not if, it's when. Any time that you decide to do anything of value, whether it's get a degree, whether it's go to the gym and get in the best shape of your life, whether it's I'm going to get married, I'm getting married, whether it's I'm going to have children, or whatever the case may be, I'm going to read a book. Anytime that you decide to do anything, you name it, anything, demons come up in here in your mind. Our belief system messes us up if we let it. So write those questions down. And when your thinking gets off, you're going to ask yourself, Gab, recognize, number one, that your thinking is off. Recognize that you're getting a little bit down, a little bit wimpy. Ask yourself, when you look at your refrigerator, in your notebook, in your planner, on your phone, ask yourself, Gab, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how do I rate my desire to fill in the blank? And when you fill in that blank, then you got to ask yourself the second question, Gab, is it important enough to me still that I lose weight? Is it still important to me that I have energy for my children so that I'm a better mother? Is it still important to me that I no longer feel depressed, that I don't feel sad anymore? Is it important to me still that I accomplish this, right? And if your answer is yes, it's still important to me, then you tell yourself, okay, great, it's a 10, Gab, it's a 10, keep going, you're only on day 35. What am I expecting, right? Talk yourself out of it. Have you ever had those conversations with yourself? Oh my, what am I thinking? Where am I going? You want to slap your best friend? You're like, okay, what in the world just came out of your mouth? You got to do that to yourself because this is way too important. That is commitment. That's what we're talking about. And by the way, everything works that way. We cannot go into our marriage saying, well, you know, I'm going to give it 90 days. I'm going to give it 90 days. If I still feel excited at the end of 90 days, you know, I'll do it. I'm going to keep going. We can't do that about a degree. We can't do that. What you got to do here is whatever research that you have to do. Oh my goodness, if you research the why am I so confident? Why am I 100% confident in this? Because I know the ingredients, I know that they're not Mickey Mouse stuff that we made up. In this day and age, probiotics is everywhere. All these ingredients, Google it, go on the internet. Fascinating. It's 100%, it's so true. So once you make that decision, once you've decided, don't go back. Once you've decided, you got to say, I'm going to give it a strong, focused, determined effort for 60 days, for 90 days. I'm going to do that. Whatever products that you want to buy, what you got to do is say, okay, times 3. Just say, hey, Gabby, how much is a 30-day supply? I want to say, we're not going to talk about a 30-day supply. I'm going to tell you a 90-day supply so you could get your thinking right? Because what's 30 days going to do for you? I felt amazing after 2 weeks. I felt amazing. But guess what? I felt better after 30 days. I felt better after 45 days. I felt better after 50 days. Right? It gets better and better and better. And the reason I'm making this message is so that you could get there. So you don't talk yourself out of it. Right? That is commitment, my friends. That's how you stay committed. I wish you the best. I hope that you hang in there. Ask yourself those questions and stay focused. And again, keep us posted. Send me a message. Message me on that. Message the person that got you the products. Message that person. I promise you they care about your success. See you on the next one.